All right. So, the fourth diagnostic criteria for DDD is use of free time to dissociate. Um, all right, best way I can explain this. As someone who has suffered from DDD and technically do, because it's kind of ongoing. Once you spend enough time that way, um, it alters the way in which you live out the rest of your life because there are experiences you miss that you're trying to fill in for, and experiences that you missed that other people expect you to have, etc., etc. It never really goes away. Anyway, as someone who has suffered from DDD, suffers from DDD in the more prolonged sense still, and someone who has overcome a lot of the aspects of DDD associated with my borderline personality disorder, um, complex borderline personality disorder. Um, Best way I can explain this. So, generally speaking, when you are doing something with your free time, when you are just chilling out and enjoying yourself and having a good time, generally speaking, you feel better afterwards. All right, you'll feel happier. You'll feel more rejuvenated, more rested. You'll feel more um, focused, um, and more optimistic. When you dissociate in your free time, you'll probably actually come out of it feeling more fatigued, possibly more angry, more depressed, just upset, and sort of in general. Um, it you aren't more focused. You're actually less focused, um, and basically, rather than sorry, basically, rather than using that time to do something that you enjoy, you're using that time in order to try to get away from yourself. All right. I mean, you may end up doing this by watching something that you consider something that you really like, but that's something that you really like. You really like because of the fact that it pulls you out of yourself, away from yourself, where dissociating is not as difficult. And so it's like a recharge for your dissociative personality, but not your core personality the way that it is for other more well-adjusted people, participating in more well-adjusted activities. Um, so um, this can take many different forms, and many of which are really undistinguishable from other forms of recreation. That's one of the hardest parts about establishing this diagnostic criteria is you have to have someone, probably not yourself, maybe yourself if you're keenly aware of yourself, but if you're dissociating, probably not you, probably someone close to you, um, mentioning the fact that, hey, you seem more agitated after you've spent time chilling out and having fun than you were before. And this is especially the case if you're adding repression on top of dissociation. because there's a resentment for whatever you're repressing. Um, but you'll choose certain things that promote your being dissociative. It may be something that maybe you're dissociating when you get depressed and you'll watch depressing movies. You may dissociate by watching shows or listening to movies that just seem so fantasy based that it's like removing yourself from reality. Um, you may, uh, if if rage is a trigger, then you may go ahead and listen to really angry music, and it may seem like you're doing these things because you really enjoy them. But if, like I said, it's not energizing you, it's not helping you to focus, it is not allowing you to feel more rested, more optimistic, um, odds are you are dissociating during those activities. And the problem with that is that as I once put it, when I sort of traded hobbies from video games to martial arts, I said, you know what I realized about video games is that as soon as you turn off the console, everything that you had to show for the time and energy that you invested is gone. Nobody can see it. And this especially applies even more nowadays because of online games and the fact that a server can be shut down and there's literally no evidence of what you've accomplished from that point on. So I decided to trade it for something that I could invest in that would actually make me feel and allow me to show more for what I had done, something that I could take with me that wouldn't be as arbitrarily taken from me as something like video games would be. And this drastically improved the quality of my life. And I'm not saying that all forms of recreation need to be that productive, but when you are suffering from any type of disorder or trauma, I think it is very important that we set our sights to improving the quality of our lives, because if the quality of our lives does not improve and the quality of our lives is such that we are dissociating, that we are trying to get away from ourselves, we're trying to get away from our lives, we're trying to get away from people, we're trying to get away from all of it, that it's just really, that's just a really, really bad place to be in, and to allow yourself to get stuck in that kind of place. Um, yeah, very not good. So, but in any case, that is another one of the symptoms, the fourth symptom uh, that is used to, or that I consider to be useful in diagnosing DDD. I'll go ahead and make the next video later. It's 1:15 in the morning at present, and I'll probably end up making it sometime around 12 to 3 o'clock tomorrow. But anyway, for now, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.